and today I'm going to show you World of Tanks running on a laptop that is equipped with the GeForce GTX 1070 video card, Pascal architecture, 8GB GDDR5, and Core i7 7th generation 7700 HQ Intel CPU. It's going to be Asus GL702VS Strix laptop with 75Hz monitor. I'm going to show you all kind of resolution and all kind of different presets. So this video will be very interesting. So let me go ahead and start with the ultra preset 4K resolution. Details will be maxed out, as you can see, improved HD textures installed. So pretty much visuals will be the best for 4K resolution. Let's go ahead and start the game, guys. As you can see, guys, at the right top, the stats are self-explanatory. I have GTX 1070M GPU. Its temperature 76 Celsius, then its load 99%, then its frequency 1519 MHz right now. It's going to be up and down on the frequency because at 80 Celsius the GPU will be throttling itself down. I believe the throttling itself down for the Pascal GPU architecture starts at 76 Celsius. I'm running this laptop completely on stock. I also going to show you stock and overclock performance in the end of this video, but it's running on stock. I didn't replace or repaste the thermal compound, and I advise you to repaste the thermal compound if you're running this laptop, otherwise it's running very hot. And it's not just this Asus GL702VS laptop running hot. The all laptops that is equipped with GTX 1070 and GTX 1080 will be running hot, guys. I tested almost all of them, and believe me. So we're having full map. As you can see, as again, resolution will be 4K, ultra preset. Guys, keep in mind, the purpose of this video is not the gameplay. I could be sucked. This is my 4th day. I was testing heavily on this laptop, this game, during the four days. But, you know, the purpose of this video to show you the hardware stats and talk about the laptops that is equipped with the GTX 1070 and as well as GTX 1070 in the desktop version. PCs. So as you can see, 42, not bad, but already getting lowered on our frequencies on the GPU. As you can see, 1557 at 79 Celsius, and then it's going to get itself down to 1400 MHz. Keep in mind, when this GPU is not throttling down at 70 Celsius, my frequency is 1820 MHz on the turbo boost, which is amazing. And the FPS is about 5 FPS higher. This is probably how you're going to get in the desktop version GTX 1070, but keep in mind that this GTX 1070 in this laptop, GTX 1070 mobile version, is faster than GTX 1070 desktop version because it has more CUDA cores. It has 2048 CUDA cores in this video card versus 1940 CUDA cores in the desktop version GTX 1070, and it has more TMU units, guys, 128 TMU units versus 120 TMU units in the desktop version. But just because it's running hot and it's throttling itself down on the frequencies, we're losing the performance, and it will be equal to GTX 1070 desktop version, or sometimes even a little bit slower than GTX 1070 desktop version. But keep in mind, guys, that you can repaste the thermal compound in this laptop by using Thermal Grizzly, and you can improve the temperatures. You can decrease the temperatures by about 10 Celsius, and you can reach that 2000 megahertz or 2 gigahertz per GPU clock safely without throttling down and get much higher performance. I will create a video tutorial how to repaste the thermal compound in this laptop, how to replace the system RAM to 16 gigs or 32 gigs, because this laptop comes with 12 gigs of system RAM and mechanical hard drive by Hitachi, 1 terabyte. But I will show you guys in my tutorial how to replace the mechanical drive on SSD as well. So it's going to be multiple video tutorials for you to watch, but you saw, guys, 42 FPS as average. I'm recording with the shadow play on the same computer, so you can add 2 FPS extra to the right top to get the FPS without the recording. So 42, 44 FPS without recording on stock laptop. This is the frequencies that you know, possible by playing this laptop on the all stock performance, the way it is from the box. I'm having this laptop for about a year, guys. I'm very experienced when it comes to this laptop. I have a lot of tips and tricks for you to share, and I'm going to do during this video as well. So if you into the world of tanks and you eyeing the GTX 1070 laptop, guys, this is the most definite video for you to watch. It's not going to be a fast video, it's going to be deep review, guys, where we're going to go ahead and get into the game and into the hardware performance way deep down there. So 43, 45, so we're good to go right here. Let me guys show you. Here we go. We lost the game because we got the SOC team, but as again, the purpose of this video just to show you the hardware stats instead of the gameplay. Here we go. So 4K at ultra preset, 42-45 FPS average. This is what you're looking to get on any laptop that is equipped with GTX 1070 video card, guys. Doesn't matter what kind of brand or model. Alright, let's go ahead and switch now. We're going to go ahead and switch now the settings a little bit the way I would play it. Anti-aliasing I will shut down, motion blur I will shut down, and yeah, let's go ahead and have a look. Can we reach the 60 FPS playable at 4K resolution on the GTX 1070 laptop, guys? Keep in mind it's in a laptop, so it's mobile. You can basically take it to a hotel, take it on a business trip, take it to the college, and especially if you're going to the college, if you're eyeing for the laptop, GTX 1070 will be the best laptop to buy, especially if you can afford brand new. But if you can get a used one, it's going to be even more value for you, because the used one, don't worry about the battery, guys, but the used laptop will bring you that value, because especially if you have time and you know, if you're willing to replace the thermal compound, if you're willing to upgrade more system RAM and maybe replace the mechanical disk to SSD, you're going to be good to go. As again, I'm going to record, guys, video tutorials how to replace the system RAM, how to replace the SSD, how to replace the thermal compound and lower your temperatures by 10 Celsius on CPU and GPU. The video tutorials are coming over the iplay4k.com YouTube channel, so don't forget to check it out, guys. And yeah, so right now, guys, we're playing like I would play it, the way I was playing for a couple days. It's very comfortable. 4K resolution, anti-aliasing is off, motion blur is off, everything else is maxed out. Let's go ahead and have a look, and then I'm going to turn down a little bit the lighting. See that sun shafts and gut rays? When you're going to turn down the lighting, you're going to receive almost 10 FPS increase, but sun is not going to look that ridiculous. And for some people it's going to be nice, for some it's not going to be nice, but I'm going to show you in a second what will happen if we will go ahead and do that. But look at that, 53 FPS increased by 10 FPS immediately, and even it's shuttling itself down at 80 Celsius, guys, because as again, it's shuttling itself down on the GPU after 75 Celsius and 55. If I'm going to go into the Windows real quick and come back, let me go ahead and do that actually. And I'm going to come back. Let me go ahead and lower the temperatures to 71, and I'm going to come back to the game. My FPS even going to increase to 60 FPS, and this is going to be the case when you're going to replace the thermal compound. You're going to increase your FPS by about 5 FPS or so. Here we go, 73. Let me go ahead and share it to you guys. I'm also going to overclock the GPU when I'm going to run 1080p resolution as well for you guys, just to show you what is possible if you're going to replace the thermal compound and if you're going to overclock your GPU as well, because you will have ability to do so. 54, 55, 57, 59, 58, and now it's reaching and throttling itself down again. But 60 FPS, guys, you can reach 60 FPS, guys, if you're going to replace the thermal compound in this laptop. It's reachable. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, if you're going to run stock from the box, you're looking, guys, Alright, there's a tank right there. You're looking for 50-52 average, as you can see. Still playable for some folks. For me, it's playable, guys. And keep in mind, I downvolt my downvolted my CPU as well a little bit, so otherwise the temperature on CPU will go like to 92-93 Celsius. So I'll lower my CPU temperature. Okay, that guy is heavily armed. I lower my CPU temperature by about 3-4 Celsius, and I'm going to create a video tutorial where I'm going to explain to you how to do so as well. Alright, let me get the position, something like that. Yeah, it's playable, guys. Let me show you how I would play it now, for sure. So let me get out of here because you're not gonna see the lighting. So you're gonna see the lighting. There's a tank right there. Maybe I should take it down. But pretty much I'm going to decrease the lighting right here. See that lighting, sunshots? So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to have the maximum possible visuals because I have the HD textures installed as well right now, guys. Lighting quality too high. Look, the sunshafts, God rays disappeared. Still shadows, still looking great. Still sun right there, you can see it, the source of light. But look at that FPS. This is how I would play it for sure, guys. Above 60, easy, comfortable. You can lock it with a V-Sync if you have 60 Hz, 4K smart TV and stuff like that, 65, 70 inch. You're going to have so much fun, like unbelievable, guys. Alright, there is a multiple tanks from all kind of. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, I almost got this dude. I got this dude, yeah. Ah! Two tanks got me. But anyways, guys, as you can see, FPS above 60 comfortable. So I would say 65, 72 FPS comfortable with throttling it down. And yeah, this is how I would play it, guys. Of course, if you have 4K monitor, 120 Hz, and let's say you want to play tanks on this laptop. As again, this laptop, guys, is not equipped with the 4K monitor. Let me go ahead and start the game. I'm going to switch the resolution real quick. Let me go ahead and do it in the game, actually. And so let's say if you want to play 4K resolution screen like I'm doing today, you want to connect your 4K screen, guys, to this laptop using the HDMI cable, DisplayPort cable, or Thunderbolt cable, and three different variation how you can connect the 4K resolution screen, and you can connect up to three 4K resolution screens, guys. But as you can see, one 4K resolution screen will be more than enough for the performance of the GTX 1070 video card. So let me real quick go ahead and switch to a medium for you guys, and then I'm going to a little bit overclock. Let's say if you have 4K resolution screen, 120 Hz, and you don't care about the visuals, you don't care about the grass and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm running everything maxed out except my anti-aliasing off, motion blur is off, and lighting quality is high. But let's say medium is fine for you, you don't care about that, you want that look, 2014 look of the standard visuals of the World of Tanks from 2014, and just with a little bit of grass, textures doesn't look too much of the details. As you can see, the lighting's still there, shadows still there. Look at that crazy FPS, guys. GPU utilization will be below 95, as you can see, %. So if you're going to lock the V-Sync, you're gonna receive 120 FPS, guys, for your 120 Hz monitor, easy. And this is without the overclock, and this is with the GPU thermal throttling, guys. And don't worry about the GPU thermal throttling, guys. 80 Celsius is more than safe for you to play this game for hours and hours and hours. I'm having this laptop for about a year, and I was playing Tanks for like 5 hours straight, and at 80 Celsius throttling down, the lowest frequency I saw was like 1200 megahertz, and it was fine. You're just going to decrease the FPS, but it's not gonna decrease by a lot. Maybe 2 FPS down, 2-3 FPS down from what you see right now if you're going to play like 3 hours straight. But 92, 99 easy, 100 FPS easy, guys. This is what easy. And yeah, and this is with GPU throttling down. If you're going to replace the thermal compound, let me real quick go ahead and show it to you. That's why I jump out into the windows. But as again, why I'm jump out into the windows, as you can see, I downvolted my CPU. That's why my temperature is a little bit lower by 3-4 Celsius, which is nicer, which because the CPU and GPU connected with the copper pipe, and it's going through that pipe, and pretty much you know, the lower temperature on CPU, the lower temperature will be on GPU. So this is what you want to do. You want to downvolt it like I just did. One of my subscribers was suggesting me that, and yes, the temperature went down on the CPU by 3-4 Celsius, and maybe on the GPU by 1 or 2 Celsius. But if you want to really bring the temperatures down, you want to replace the thermal compound, and I advise you guys to use the thermal grizzly, a liquid metal compound, and I'm going to create a video tutorial where I'm going to teach you how to do that step by step over the iPlay 4K YouTube channel, so don't forget to check it out. There is a tank right there. Oh, body. You got some track damage, huh? You got some critical hit, buddy. What about one more? Oh, he got my track too. Suspension damaged. Oh my goodness. Now I stuck here, guys, with the suspension damage. Alright, buddy. No. Here we go. He got me. But anyways, guys, the purpose of this video is not the gameplay. I'm trying to focus and trying to share the information with you and the experience. So, you're gonna avoid somebody, so it's going to be easier. So, here we go, guys. Easy, 120 Hz. But what about, as you saw, that FPS, and when the temperature lower 80 Celsius, even higher than that. But what about if we can overclock it by 170 megahertz extra on GPU real quick? And keep in mind, guys, that this is going to be 2000 megahertz on a GPU turbo boost. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Look at that immediately, that amazing FPS growth, 129, 131, 130, and if you're going to lock it like 275, this is what you're gonna get. So it's easy, 120 Hz, 4K monitor ready with GTX 1070, guys, in a world of tank game. And by the way, this GTX 1070, guys, video card demonstrates the equal performance to Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture. The difference between those two video cards will be VRAM. Titan X had the 12 gigabytes and the GTX 1070 has 8 gigabytes, but both of them in single version video card combination is not possible to run 8K resolution. So 8 gigabyte of system RAM will be more than enough. 8 gigabyte system RAM or 8000 megabytes system RAM, same thing. Alright, guys, so I showed you everything, right? Let's go ahead and switch now to 1920 by 1080 resolution real quick, and to ultra. It's going to take a little bit of time to apply this, couple seconds, and we're going to go ahead and study 1080p now, guys, and then I'm also going to overclock it. At 1080p resolution, you will have the Pascal GPU syndrome, and which is not fully utilized at 1080p unless you're using the anti-aliasing all the way in and maximum possible visuals. Then it's kind of almost 90% utilization. Let me real quick lower the numbers, the font on the stats, and we're going to go ahead and study this a little bit. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. A lot of money, time, energy was invested into this video. Look at that crazy FPS, guys. This is maxed out. maxed out 1080p, including the maxed out ultra preset, anti-aliasing, everything is maxed out, as you can see. Here we go. We're throttling itself down a little bit. We're throttling down, and GPU utilization, the second value, 48, 54%, 64, as you can see at the right top, 60%, 100 FPS, guys. If you're going to lock with the VSync, 120 Hz 1080p monitor, or 144 Hz 1080p monitor, you're going to be good to go. As again, you gotta use the display port to connect to it. That is on a laptop, and you can do that as well. But keep in mind that this laptop comes in two variations. It comes with 75 Hz that I'm using today, and it comes with 120 Hz. 120 Hz costs $300, $400 more, so I decided to go with 75 Hz because I already knew that I'm going to connect this laptop to 4K resolution screen to my big TV, and I'm not going to use the display at all. So for me, it makes sense. For some of you guys, maybe you want to go with 120 Hz built-in monitor screen display, but you can see it's ready for it. And all what you gotta do, even with the Pascal syndrome, it's not utilizing completely at 1080p resolution, even with the ultra preset, even with the anti-aliasing all the way on. But if you're going to click that VSync, you're going to lock that FPS, and you're going to lock it to 120 Hz easy. It's probably not ready for 144 Hz, but at 70%, 100 FPS, so it's 95%, you're going to have 120 Hz easy. So let me go ahead and show you what if 144 Hz monitor, how I would play it. Of course, I would play it like this. Anti-aliasing is off, motion blur is off, and lighting, let's keep it like that, and then I'm going to turn down the lighting quality as well. So you can see maximum lighting quality. We can have the sun rays, God rays, stuff like that. Alright. Utilization below 60%, guys. And 70 FPS. So easy. With the 90% utilization, you're going to reach 144 Hz. Easy, 144 FPS for 144 Hz. So you can 50%. 97 FPS, guys, 60%. So easy. This is for 144 Hz monitors. And let's say with this lighting, and even if you're going to turn down the lighting a little bit like that, and let's say shadow a little bit as well, because you don't need that much shadow. Shadow at maximum still looking great as well versus the ultra. It's just resolution between the shadows. You're not gonna look too much into the shadows. You still have the shadows. Look at that, lighting turned down, so without the sun rays, God rays, and shadows turned down. Still with the shadows, great shadows still enabled. You're going to be 50% 110 FPS. So 50% utilization on the GPU, guys. 45% 110 FPS. So easy. You can reach easy almost 200 FPS if you have over 200 Hz monitor 1080p. But let's say if you have 240 Hz monitor and connected through the display port, what will happen, guys, if it's not enough? Let's go ahead and switch to a medium, and let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Medium preset, guys, completely medium preset 1080p. Can you play this? As you can see, it's gonna go like Tanks from 2014, kind of standard graphics, but can you play it like this? Details and the textures kind of slappy, but still not bad. Yeah, 146, 147 this is with the throttling on the GPU, guys. 147. So this is how you can play for a couple hours, guys, and without the repasting the thermal compound and stuff like that. 132 at 40%, guys. Easy. 240 Hz easy with this medium preset, easy. Without blinking an eye, if you're gonna put that VSync on, it's going to lock your GPU to the maximum potentials, and it's going to get rid of that Pascal syndrome, and you're going to start utilizing your GPU fully, and you're going to hit that 240 FPS easy for your 240 Hz monitor. But what if you're going to overclock it? Let's go ahead and overclock it and lower the temperatures as well. Let's say you're going to replace the thermal. Oh, it was on overclock, by the way, guys. So it was on overclock. All of those, I forgot to tell you that all of those 1080p resolution settings right now was on overclock. But let real quick go ahead and jump without the overclock. lowered by about 15 FPS, as you can see. So at 40 be like 140, but still amazing, guys. We're about 1823 FPS megahertz right now on GPU, guys, when we are not reaching 80 Celsius. So didn't throttle itself down yet, and then from 1823 we're going to start throttling itself down when we're going to reach 80 Celsius without the overclock, and it's going to go just a little bit down. But as you can see, 122, 130 FPS, not bad, with 40% utilization. Means that you're still going to, even without the overclock, you're going to reach 240 FPS for 240 Hertz monitor, guys. Okay, but real quick, without the overclock, let's go ahead and have a look at ultra preset. Just real quick, you remember that FPS at ultra preset was like 90 and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and have a look right now, guys. Without the overclock, with anti-aliasing, maximum possible visuals, as you can see right here, maximum visuals possible. We're going to go ahead and have a look, shall we? As you can see, it's lowered a little bit, but still very high FPS, very high FPS. 120 FPS at ultra details, and we are right now throttling itself down to 1600 megahertz. So when I overclock at ultra, guys, we were throttling itself down, so it didn't help us. That overclock didn't help us at ultra details because the temperature was so high. But as you can see, even with throttling itself down to 1500 megahertz to 1600 megahertz, we're still 100 FPS, and we're still below 90%. So VSync on 120 hertz, 144 hertz, good to go, guys. And that's it, guys. We just reviewed the whole laptop, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This similar performance will be on any brand GTX 1070 laptops, and Asus, Alienware, Acer, HP, MSI, etc. The similar performance will be there, and as well as the similar performance will be on the GTX 1070 desktop version when you're going to repaste the thermal compound. You're probably going to be even a little bit faster than GTX 1070 in the desktop, because let me show it to you real quick, because this GPU right here is a B version of the GTX 1070, a B revision, and it's faster than desktop version because it has more shaders, which is the CUDA cores 2048, and desktop version has 1940, so 100 more CUDA cores and more TMU units, which is 128 versus 120 by 8 TMU units more. And as you can see, 92 gigapixels pixel fill rate. Okay, but when you overclocking it, let me go ahead and real quick go ahead and show it to you. 170. Check it out at this number, pixel fill rate. I'm gonna apply an MSI Afterburner, and it's going to jump immediately to 103. You're increasing by 10 gigapixels per second rate in the pipelines of the GTX 1070 input output. So it's basically processing more pixels through it pipelines, and you're increasing the FPS by it as well. So if you're going to replace the thermal compound, guys, if you're going to add 16 gigs RAM at least, if your laptop combination with 12 gigs of DDR4, 16 gigs of RAM, replacing the thermal compound, guys, it's going to be a hell of the machine. In 2019, I advise you to buy it used on the eBay. $700, $800 will be a good buy for you. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching. As again, a lot of time, money, energy was invested in this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to check iplay4k.com YouTube channel for more video tutorials regarding this Asus GL702VS laptop. As again, I was running today fans on my maximum fan boost as maximum, as you can see, so it was maximum temperature possible. At the maximum fan rotation, guys, as the coolest possible temperature you saw during this video. But keep in mind that I'm using this laptop for about a year already, and it dusty a little bit inside. So I'm also going to record a video tutorial how to clean your laptop from dust as well. Alright, well, have a great day, good luck, and I will see you till the next videos. I play 4K. Peace!